do this. Good morning, folks. I'm going to put my mic on here. Oh my goodness. Good morning. So, do you see this big pile of clean laundry? Yeah. This is how lazy I get throughout the week is I do laundry and I let the clean laundry pile up. So this is the pile I'm going to have to attack this weekend. And I'm finally figuring out how to manage my finances better. Money is a little bit tight, I'm not going to lie. Even though my base salary is a little bit higher. So I'm going to be lint rolling. I'm doing laundry right now, so I'm lint rolling my bedding before I put it in the washing machine. Essentially, I'm finding that after I pay all my bills, I have nothing left over for personal savings and my Roth IRA account. I do put away a little bit into my 401k and HSA, so that's better than nothing. But I also don't have that much money for anything incidental. And it's mainly because my rent is so high. I think I mentioned it when I was moving here. Oh, and by the way, if you are new to this channel, welcome. This is my millennial life, and I recently moved to Seattle, Washington to start my new job, and I had worked remotely for almost 10 years, and then now this is the first time going back to the office since like 2014, 15. But 2015, oh no, I did work partly in office in 2017, but I was somewhat hybrid because my mom had a stroke and that required me to split the shifts with my older sister in terms of taking care of my mom. My mom needed around-the-clock care. Every single hour she had to use the restroom. She was left paralyzed, and she did recover a little bit of her mobility, but not fully, but enough to, like, she just wanted to be independent too. She didn't want to live alone. But anyways, long story short is that I haven't worked in an office, like, going in a long time, and I think I spend a lot of money on food. Mainly, I don't spend any extra. I did spend a little bit too much, like buying work clothes, because I hadn't needed like polished clothes, nice clothes, and plus I gained weight over the pandemic, about 25 pounds. As I was saying, money is a little bit tight, even though my base salary is a little bit higher than what I last made. But because Seattle has like about a 20 to 25% cost of living increase compared to where I was, and I was in Southwest Washington, pretty much the Portland metro area before this, and it was a lot more affordable there in terms of like housing, especially food, transportation, energy. But I'm making it work. I have my bare necessities taken care of, so that's good. I just can't get hurt, get sick, and just pray that nothing goes completely off rails. So speaking of not getting sick or hurt, interestingly, something I didn't think to check, because I've never had this thing happen where the company where I work, the salary band that I'm in, I'm not eligible for any paid sick days. So I just get 18 accrued vacation days a year, and I have to apportion that to my sick days. So I don't accrue any sick time, even though I work in Seattle. I check my pay stub. I somehow the company policy overrules the Seattle city law. There's a Seattle city law saying that if you work any number of hours in downtown Seattle, part-time, contract, full-time, doesn't matter, that you are eligible or you are required to get paid sick leave. But I contacted HR and I asked them, hey, I thought I work in Seattle, I should be accruing sick time. And HR was like, no, it's because of your salary band, it's our company policy, you don't get paid sick time. So that's the first in my career. And let me know in the comments if to you that's a deal breaker or not. For me, I'm not in a position where I can be like, oh, ciao, I can't put up with this. I don't have anything. I would need another job lined up. But within this job market, that's pretty much impossible. So I just have to pray that I don't get too sick. And I was actually very sick in the beginning of July, almost 2 weeks. I had a really bad cough. I caught something while I was shopping downtown in my lunch break. Oh, was it lunch break or was it after work? It was after work, actually, one of those days. So every quarter, the technology department, and it's up to like individual business units, every quarter we get a team day off, and it was one of those where I, was working partly in the office, and my boss, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm conflating the team day off with like one of those Fridays where my boss allowed us, the team, to go home early. Yeah, that was at the beginning of July. I think it was around 4th of July. Yeah, he let us go early. Yeah, it was July 3rd. I went downtown. A lot of tourists, and like 5 hours later, 4 hours later even, I felt the soreness in my throat, and then I had a really bad cold. I caught the cold that was going around, some kind of virus or bacteria. Anyways, by the way, if you're curious, I'm lint rolling my bedding because it's covered in cat hair before I put it in the washer and dryer, because I don't want my washer and dryer to get clogged up. So hopefully by tomorrow I can tackle and put away all my laundry in the back. That's clean laundry. What was I saying? So yeah, I got really sick, couldn't take it out, and in fact that's when that's when I was checking for like how much sick days do I have. And fortunately, when I was in the office, I wore my mask to just out of common courtesy. I was coughing and I was so sick. My boss actually told me, go home, don't worry about it. Stay home, get better, rest up. But, I worked on my sick while I was still sick. I just worked from home. And then he didn't realize that I wasn't eligible for any sick days. So we kind of made a pact that I can just call out sick if I'm too sick. But if I feel well enough to work through sickness, and just work from home, which is better than nothing. Yeah, it's something that I thought on paper sounded really good. I got paid 18 vacation days, but I should have checked. I thought it was just automatically that such a large company that employs over 60,000 people would, it's just like so common. And this is the crappy thing about living in the United States, right? There's no mandated federal law requiring all employers to provide a baseline minimum number of sick days, and paid vacation days or holidays. So, yeah, I ran into that, and that's why I better not get sick. And because I would love to just keep those 18 days safe for vacation throughout the year. So, let me see if, can you track me? All right. So, more or less, the moral of this story is sometimes you make decisions rashly, and it might give you, life is full of detours, right? Life is full of detours. Okay, is it tracking my face? Hello. This camera does lose me. Okay. I gotta do this every time. Oh, that's annoying. Hello. Okay, so let's do that. All right. So I'm just doing some house cleaning. I gotta go take a shower. I kind of have a desire to go out and see nature. In other news, yesterday I took half-day PTO to take my cats, 2 of them, to get vaccinated. So they are current on their rabies and distemper. They don't really need their distemper shot, but because I plan on boarding them when I'm traveling abroad for a week later this year, I want to make sure that they have their vaccinations. And it's, and with apartment living as well, many apartment dwelling property management require cats to have their full vaccinations anyway. I'm gonna go throw this away. I'll be right back. So, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'll show you my kitty, Sylvie. Hi, Sylvie. Mommy's gonna do laundry soon. Look at you, cutie. She was so good. She was so good yesterday at the vet. The vet actually loved my 2 girls. Here you go. Yeah, the vet really loved how, yeah, the vet was absolutely loving on them and saying like how gorgeous they are and what good girls, what good cats. They're very chill. They don't get nervous at the vet. Yeah, so I'm about to I gotta take care of the bedding, laundry today, and then shower, and then pop it in the dryer. Maybe, I don't know what I want to do. There is something I do need to do. So one of the things I do need to take care of is I need to get checked luggage, like a 24-inch spinner luggage for my trip that's going to happen later. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Now lying in bed feels so comfortable. It makes me not want to go and do anything. I gotta get up and change. Yeah. Life has gotten just so expensive. Anyone else kind of feel that or really feel it? I feel a little bit like, in terms of like the constraints that I'm feeling financially, it's very similar to like where I was 10 years ago, where I had to watch every single expense. And also I'm making a lot of trade-off decisions. Like last night I wanted to treat myself to like a Korean shaved ice. I don't know, it was raining yesterday and I don't know why, but I love eating cold food when it's cold outside. But I decided not to. I just fought it off and then went to bed instead. So it's like those little things that where I'm saying no to the things that bring me joy, and because it costs money. So I gotta figure out like at least a half a dozen things that will bring me joy that cost nothing or less than $10. Otherwise, life is relatively good. I'm very lucky. I don't have that much to complain about. Right, time to start doing laundry, and I'm gonna hop in the shower. All right, so I settled on the white luggage, the check-in luggage. It's a little bit lighter and it's $20 cheaper. I did really like the grayish one so much. It did have a little bit more robust feeling in the handling and stuff, but it did weigh like tiny little bit more. But you know, when you're traveling abroad, that stuff matters. And also I texted my BFF who's a flight attendant and asked him, and he's like, they look the same. But yeah, he's like, well, I don't like spinners because they're a nightmare on buses and trains. And I quipped back that I'll just avoid trains and buses then. No, I mean, that's not going to be the case, but I think I'm happy I was able to take advantage of the credit card discount, and it came under $130 including tax. So I am happy, and I need to now go get a car wash. I have major bird poop all over outside of my car, so I think it's time before it starts damaging like the exterior paint and stuff. So if there's one out-of-pocket expense I shouldn't be spending money on, it's right now car care, or today. Then I'm gonna head back and just relax. All right, so my car is clean, and I was hoping that I have a little more energy to go like check out the lake or check out the Puget Sound, but I'm actually feeling exhausted just going to one store and getting a car wash, and so I'm just gonna head back home. I literally just woke up. Time is 8:05. I don't know if you can tell, but of course you can't tell. Look at me, look at me. I boiled eggs, I turned the stove off, and then I just kind of left them there. I still want shaved ice. All this to say, you know, I don't think it's it's too late to have a full meal now, so I'm actually gonna put this back in the fridge. I don't know if I'm hungry or not. I know it's because I just woke up. I don't have anything that I want to eat, but I know in like 30 minutes my appetite will be wet and I will want to eat something. I'm just gonna do it. Just go and have some shaved ice. Alright, so I did go and get my treat. I'm not gonna eat all of this, but so there's a really cute spot in Edmonds, Washington, and it's essentially, I think it's a Korean and Belgian couple that opened a dessert place, and I got a small, this is the indomie, the traditional shaved ice, and it's not too many calories. I think it's going to be like no more than like 300 or 400, and it comes with condensed milk a la carte. Coco, can you please get down? This girl, she's like, what'd you get? You guys ate plenty today, so you guys are good. Okay, let me wash my hands. It's a little sticky. All right. So my Saturday night is going to be indulging in some dessert. This one, and let me throw this bag away. And I did get a couple cheesecakes, but I'm not going to eat them tonight. This is their Basque vanilla cheesecake. It's really popular there, and it was hopping. What I like about this place is that they stay open late. I think they're closed on Mondays. I don't know which day, but they open till 11 p.m. So it's a popular spot. This one's the creme brulee, and it smells so good. Oh my god! I'm gonna save this for tomorrow or the day after. Definitely not all at once tonight. Okay. All right. I feel like I need to figure out how to keep myself entertained on the weekends because, well, what are weekends for if not for little treats and relaxation, fun, right? I like this bag. This is going to be great for my cat litter bag. Okay, so I'm pouring the shaved ice into a bowl so I can enjoy all the contents without spilling and making a mess. And I'm gonna put the rest of the condensed milk here. So injolmi is basically a little bit of Korean rice cake and ground yellow bean. I don't think it's soybean. It's a yellow bean that tastes very sweet, similar to this really sweet wheat barley thing. So there is a powder that I really miss actually called misugaru, and I think it's actually made from wheat or barley, and it's nutty, toasty, almost like a peanut butter flavor profile. Has a little bit of a nutty peanut butter like flavor profile. Taste of my childhood. Okay. Alright, so well, it is the weekend. I feel like I need to find other ways to keep myself entertained. I feel like I need to make friends. I don't know. But let's give this another taste. Happy. So ultimately I made the decision that, you know, weekends, I can't deprive myself too much. Like, this isn't something extravagantly expensive, but it brings me so much joy. And I spent the entire day obsessing and being indecisive about whether I'm going to have this or not. So better that I just concede to certain cravings and inject some joy into my weekend, right? I feel like if that's not what we do for weekends, then what's the point of living, especially when we're living the Monday through Friday doldrum. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you also treat yourself to something that brings you a little bit of joy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.